deal with overwhelm and like healing past pain, maybe you are wondering how on earth do you calm your mind from overthinking and worrying. Like you just don't know how to be happy. Or maybe if you're happy for more than a few minutes, right? And this could be in relationship to parenting, it might be in marriage, it could be with God. Like, these are really common questions. You're not alone. In fact, these things are searched like crazy. Like, we as a society are looking for answers, right? We've often tried a lot of things, and just what is true inner peace anyway. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to help you understand and what's not working and why you're struggling to find solutions and what you can do. So my name is Mindy Heath. I have been helping women of faith heal their hearts and their relationships for over 20 years. And here's the thing, when you're struggling and maybe you've read all the books, you've tried therapy, or who knows, or maybe you haven't tried anything because you don't know what to try. It's not a lack of faith. It's not a lack of like worthiness. It's not that you're not perfect enough to receive the blessings that you're seeking. It's not that you haven't tried hard enough. There are actually three key things that when you do all three, it helps you access the peace and the joy, the calm inside, and the really close relationships that you have been praying so hard for. But if you're missing any one of the three, results are limited. So let me tell you a little bit about it. And at the end, I'm going to tell you, watch the end because I have something for you that's going to help make the difference and help you learn these things. But the three things, first, we've got to learn to control our thoughts. Like controlling our thoughts is such a big deal. And often people focus on this one because this can have really immediate results. When we start to understand that our thoughts are optional, that we can be curious about them and we can choose different thoughts, and even the thing that you think you are so for sure it is real and it is true, you can actually still choose if you want to think it. Because when we start to learn that our thoughts is actually what dictates our emotions, that influences our actions, and that together determines our results. When we start to understand that, everything can change. Like we can get really immediate change quick. So sometimes people stop there, right? They do that one part and they're like, oh my gosh, thought work. This is life changing. And it is. But if we want lasting change that we don't have to then work on every single thought that pops in our head over and over, we've got to do the other two steps. So the next thing is we really have to learn what safe and productive emotions are and how to have them. This is such a big deal because our emotions are incredibly important. They're giving us information. But depending on how we were raised and whether or not we were taught how to have healthy emotions, which I don't know if very many of us were, like it wasn't covered in school. Most of our parents didn't learn how, right? Everyone's just done whatever's been done for generations. But that's part of the problem. That's how we got here. And so often we either had an experience where emotions like maybe weren't allowed. Everything was fine all the time. Or don't have emotions. Maybe we got in trouble for having emotions. Or maybe it was the other way around. Maybe emotions in the home you grew up in or in your life experience have been really extreme and really out of control. Maybe emotions were dangerous. That's informing your current experience of how you're feeling and experiencing and expressing emotions. So that could be a big part of the problem, right? If you're stuck in some cycles. So coming back, stepping back from that and being like, hang on. Let's deprogram all of that and let's learn what healthy, safe, effective, productive emotions are. Let's learn how to have them and train our body to do that and then express them that way. Okay, first of all, that could change whole lives if that's a big issue for you. And that could just massively change your relationships right there if you can change that. But then also, what if someone outside you is maybe having a less than productive emotional experience or expression, but you could stay centered and grounded and calm in your emotions? Like, how empowering, right? So emotional health, such a big piece. Again, we've got to do right, the thoughts and the emotions, and going to that history part. The third part is history. We've got to clean up our history. Now, this is kind of the ways we were programmed, right? The things that have gone on for generations, the way our family did it, the way society, culture, all that kind of stuff. But it's also things we have just tried to forgive that maybe can't. It can be resentments, it can be past hurts, it can be unhealed wounds, because here we're going through life and everything we experience is really imprinting on us who we are and our worth and our value, our abilities, others, how the world works, if we're safe or not. And if we don't clean that up, that is in play every second of every day. So here we are living right here today, and we've got we got like all the gunk on top of it. So if we clean up that gunk, clean up that history, we can be here today, centered, calm, whole. It's beautiful. It's such a game changer. And it does all the things. It regulates our emotional nervous system. Sorry, not our emotional nervous, our nervous system. It regulates our nervous system. So if you deal, which we all do, with fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, this is going to regulate that and help you learn how to get back to a state of calm. You're doing calm in the present moment from a place of centeredness and safety. There's so many pieces like that we can, so many different like tactics and tools that can make all the big difference in this. And so one of the things I do, as I said, I've been coaching women in healing their hearts and their relationships for over 20 years. And that can include your relationship with yourself, your relationship with God, your marriage, your parenting, coworkers, extended family, all of it, parents. As we learn the tools and the skills and the paradigms to do each of these things and bring them into balance and bring them to a place of calm and peace, everything gets better. What actually happens is everything inside of us, that anxiety and that racing thoughts and that worry and that overwhelm or that checking out because we just are shutting down, we're going, just kind of dead inside. All of that can heal so that inside there's peace, there's calmness, there's wholeness, there's who you really are, not who everyone said you should be. Big difference, huh? And there can just be this stillness and this calm inside. And then we're connecting with ourselves and our needs and taking care of ourselves from that place. We're connecting with God from that place. Like for me, when I learned this, it absolutely affected my ability to receive guidance and comfort and revelation and feel the Holy Spirit. It made such a big difference in my spiritual relationship. And then with all that calm and wholeness inside us and all that connection with God, then that's how we're doing life. We go into our trials, we go into our parenting, we go into our marriage with that wholeness. We don't need something outside us to make us okay or to prove we're enough. We can just love freely and purely and unconditionally. We can encourage and support. We can ask for the connection and the reciprocation we desire. It changes everything. Could you imagine parenting with all that peace and calm inside you? That you are okay no matter what choices they're making, no matter what learning experiences they're having on earth, and you are at peace. You can communicate with God about it really clearly, and you can just express love to them and encouragement. Take that into your marriage. Take anything you're worried about, anything that the thoughts that are out of control, any relationship that's a struggle, and imagine if you're in that place of wholeness, how that's going to change going into that relationship. It can make all the difference. And I'm here to help. You don't have to spend years figuring it out like I did. I'm here to help you understand and teach you. In fact, I created the Joyful Life community. So it is totally here for you. You get live trainings, live coaching calls twice a month, group coaching calls where you get individualized training. You get to bring your questions. But in addition to that, you get video trainings. You get on-demand video trainings going through each of these categories and the specific tools and skills and exercises you need to make this a part of your brain and your heart and your soul and have this peace and joy in your life. You get a community of like-minded women who are in the same place, that are learning the same lessons and are here for you. There's encouragement, there's support, there's validation, there's acknowledgement, we cheer you on. It's so incredible. All of this is for the than the cost of one therapy session a month. It's so supportive, so encouraging. I'm here for you. So if you want to know more, I'll put the link in the description. But also, I hope this helps you understand where maybe you need to learn and grow, where you need more support so that you can have that wholeness and that peace of mind and the joy and closeness in relationships that you've been seeking. It really is possible. If you want more information like this, make sure you like and subscribe. And what you're praying for, what is on your heart, is so possible. And I'm here to walk the path with you. And I'm absolutely here for you. Joyful Life Community, link in description. I can't wait to meet you there and help you get everything you're praying for and dreaming of.